Would you like to make money offline with seminars? Would you like to take all the knowledge that you've learned online and try to teach people locally how to do some of that stuff? Do you have a skill that you could teach, that you could legitimately teach to other people if you knew how to set it up and pull the people around you? Well, if so, you're in for a treat, because that's what we're going to be talking about on the Zerofatzreturns show today. Let's get into it. Hey guys, what is up? Cam Jennings here, aka Zerofats, coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. Welcome to another Zerofatzreturns video. Today we are going to be interviewing Dexter Paglinawan, aka Hurricane Dexter. I've been talking to Dexter for a while now. I've known him for a couple years now, and Dexter is a really interesting guy because he did a lot of seminars. He set up seminars for a really big guy, kind of like what he tells me, like the Tony Robbins of the Philippines, right? And I believe him because Dex knows a lot about seminars and how to set them up locally and how to make money offline with seminars. And I just thought it was awesome. I wanted to talk to him about it, and he was more than happy to talk with me about it. And I thought, like, hey, man, you know what? Why don't we just make this an interview, man? And that way I can share this information, with my audience. He's like, yeah, totally cool, man. That sounds great to me. So that's what you're about to hear, the conversation that I had with Hurricane Dexter talking about seminars, because I was honestly interested in setting up a seminar here in my hometown. So I wanted to ask him about it, how it worked, how you make it profitable, at least to the point where it makes sense to put them on. And Dex answered all those questions for me. It was absolutely awesome. And the other thing I want to point out is when we had that interview, it was like 3 a.m. in the Philippines or something crazy like that. Dex still was cool with doing the interview for me. He was super graceful and awesome about it. I want to give a shout out to Hurricane Dex. Thanks so much, man, for doing the interview, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Peace. What is up, everybody? This is Cam Jennings, aka Zerofats, coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. You're watching the Zerofatzreturns show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have a very special guest with me today. I got the one, the only, Hurricane Dexter on the line with me. I'll tell you more about that nickname in a second, but for now, let me just introduce him to the show. Hurricane, welcome. Thanks for being on, dude.
Hello there, Cam. I'm so excited to be here. As you know, I'm a fan of Cam Jennings, and being on this show is just amazing, and it's a privilege for me. Thank you for having me here.
Hey, thanks, Dex. The honor is all mine, man. I appreciate you being on. Listen, let me just explain to you guys how this all came about. Yesterday, I was talking to Dexter about his seminars that he does. He has a lot of experience with offline seminars and putting on local events and stuff like that. And I just think that's awesome. And I was really interested in learning more about it because I was hoping to put on some local type internet marketing seminars in my area, and I just wanted to kind of pick his brain a little bit and see if he could give me some good insight on it. And he was giving me some great insight on it yesterday, and I thought, dude, maybe we could just do an interview about this so we could kind of share your knowledge with everybody and not just me. And he was nice enough, gracious enough to agree to do that. So I just wanted to go ahead and kind of set this off with that one. And I want to thank you again, man, for being on. I appreciate your knowledge, and thanks for being on the show, dude.
Yeah, anytime, Cam, anytime.
So listen, Dex, first of all, let me can you explain to people, tell them the story about why I started calling you Hurricane Dexter. Could you tell them the story? Because I think it's a fantastic story, man, and I just love to hear it again.
Yes, absolutely. So there I was, 2015, without a job, with my second baby coming, and I really really wanted to make this internet marketing thing work. So I paid half a year's worth of salary to get a coach in internet marketing. And yeah, one of the main things that you have to do in internet marketing in that program that I entered was do a product launch of your own. So that's where I met Cam through YouTube. I've been watching his video and I got connected to him. And after 4 months of preparing for a product launch and doing this, well, it was the time that Typhoon Kopu struck Philippines, and you know power lines were dead. I didn't have internet access, and I have some things to finish for my product launch, and it was like 2 or 3 days before product launch, and I didn't have internet. I didn't have electricity in my house. So how am I going to pull this off? I still need to finish some things, and so there I was. I packed my computer, took it. I've asked around people around. Hey guys, whom can I crash with for a few days that has electricity and internet? And so I had one that answered me, and yeah, I've through the hurricane, through that typhoon, I took my computer just to finish this launch. And yeah, luckily enough, I was able to finish that launch with good results. I have landed ninth place at JVZoo top 10 products for my opening day, and I've been doing internet marketing full time ever since.
Yeah, and that is so crazy, dude. Dexter, you guys, Dexter, what he's telling you is that he traversed a hurricane or a typhoon to make his launch happen. He had no electricity, no internet at his house, and he battled a typhoon to find a place with electricity so that he could continue to have this product launch, man. I've seen people give up their product launches just because they had to go to a dentist or something, just because something wasn't working out. Their PayPal account got suspended or something like that. Just a little issue. I mean, Dexter had this major issue, and he still made it happen through the through the whole thing. I just thought it showed, incredible vision and just adversity in the face of in the face of adversity. It showed a lot of determination, man, and I really have a lot of respect for you because of that, man. But anyways, that's why I started calling him Hurricane Dex, guys, and he earned that nickname. He's awesome. Look, before you got into that, though, product launching, you already had some experience with this seminar scene, this offline stuff. Could you explain that a little bit? Could you explain your background with seminars and offline events and stuff like that for everybody?
Yeah. So before I went to internet marketing for full time, and before I stayed at the house jobless and just doing freelance stuff, because I was just so hooked at playing video games. I had a daughter at that time. I had a family. Before I had my second daughter, I knew I could just support myself doing freelance stuff, and that's what I did. I played video games 60 to 80% of my time, and I just worked 20% of my time. But before that, I was fortunate enough to work with Philippines' #1 success coach. And if you know Tony Robbins, the guy who packs seminars to the thousands, he is like the Tony Robbins of the Philippines. And I was fortunate enough to have handled his online marketing campaigns for his seminars. And yeah, I started there. I worked there like really 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 crazy amount of time, because in my mind it was like, hey, I wouldn't be working here forever, so I might just as well work my ass off while I'm here. So at that point, we were putting in 2,000, 3,000, as much as 4,000 people into seminars, and those are the big ones. And our regular seminars would like be 2 to 3, even 4 times a week, and we would have 100, 200 to 300, up to 500 people in those mini seminars that we call. And yeah, just like I've said, I've worked my ass off during that time. Uh, Meaning, yeah, there was a time where I even worked 30 plus days straight just because I was so addicted at working at that time. So with that, I've you could say I got a pretty kick-ass experience running and doing and marketing seminars because of that experience. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's a really cool story, man, and it kind of builds on what we were talking about with the typhoon, man. You can be a pretty determined guy when you want to, man, and I think that's a good lesson for anyone out there who's trying to work for themselves or do anything entrepreneurial related, man. You gotta be willing to put the work in, and you can't. You can't be afraid of getting your hands dirty and just getting it done, even if it means like losing some sleep, even if it means battling a hurricane or a typhoon or whatever. Man, you just got to have faith in your vision and do it. But let me ask you this, just for everybody else out there who doesn't know, like when we say seminar, can you just give like a basic idea of what a seminar is? Like what would happen at the seminar? Like let's say someone was brand new and they wanted to put on a seminar. What are they putting on? What's going to happen here?
All right. So first and foremost, seminar is basically a place where people could learn actually and mingle with each other, and people go to seminars in order for them to level up in some kind of skill or learn a new trade, or basically the things that you see offline locally, whether it may be about a guitar clinic that could be considered a seminar, but in our case it was like teaching people about, let's say, law of attraction, or teaching people about how to improve at sales, those kind of stuff. And yeah, our seminars would run from, let's say, 3 hours for the small ones, even 4 hours for the small ones, and some other seminars would be whole day event running from 8 to 10 hours in a day. And basically people pay to get inside those seminars, and sometimes we would also run some free seminars just so we could attract people to our paid seminars. So basically, it's a business model that gives value to people. It's basically part of an education type of business, wherein you earn by selling tickets to your seminar, and people get value from the things that they learn inside. And the byproduct there would be, them coming out of that seminar with things that they take out in the real world that would either make them more money, that could either help them with their lives, depending on the kind of seminar they have attended. So yeah, basically that's it. There would be a speaker on the seminar. There could be speakers on the seminar, like we invite other people to join us. So yeah, that's it.
So let's say I'm a guy who's been working online for maybe a year, and I figured out how to build an email list, and I figured out how to make money with my email list, and I'm thinking like, wow, maybe I could do like a local seminar, just like showing people the value of building an email list, and I could show them how to do an email list, how to build an email list, and how all that works and stuff like that. How would you go about something like that if you're that guy and you're kind of a new guy?
Yeah, first and foremost, I would have, let's say, a working title for the seminar, meaning I could just, come up with how to earn online, or how a 30-year-old guy quit his job using the power of internet, something like that. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but you must have a concept in mind of what the hook of that seminar is. So, for example, one of our most famous seminars back in my time with the Philippines #1 success coach was how to be a money magnet. That's the title of his seminar. And true enough, by just looking at the title, you'll have an idea about what that seminar is all about. How you become a money magnet. How you
Six
multiply your
words.
money.
Six
Yeah.
words. Attract tons of people.
Yeah, exactly. That seminar has probably taught maybe over 100,000 people. I don't know.
That's amazing, man. That's
At
awesome.
least six figures of people have attended that seminar probably over the years, and yeah,
So
that's on the low end.
that's great, dude. So let's say, so we take our new guy here, and he wants to put on a seminar, and he knows he needs a concept first. So you get the concept together, and when you were talking about concept, it started to almost sound like a sales page. So, are you trying to put together like a little bit of a sales letter? Is that how you're gonna advertise the seminar, and like a little sales letter kind of thing?
Well, sales letter could be good, except that if you're gonna publish it in a local newspaper, that's gonna cost you a lot. But here's the workaround that we do: we put all the sales page on an internet page, on a page on a
Wow,
website,
nice.
or yeah, and then we just get a little bit of you call this a small space on a local newspaper that would lead to that sales page, or any other kind of local advertisement, like a local radio. That's probably a radio plug that's 30-second long, and that could be used to redirect, or let's say, hey, we're doing this, how to make a money magnet, how to become a money magnet seminar on this and blah blah blah. Just go to moneymagnet.com for more information, something like that. So
Right.
yeah, you start with the concept, and from there everything stems out. It's like the economy of motion, I call it that way, wherein you use one thing and in the offline world, and you just use the online world to make it easier. So let's say you put out a local advertisement page, and yeah, true enough, you are advised to put the URL or your maybe fan page, so you don't have to spend anything on a domain or something on a hosting. You could just create a Facebook fan page that has your seminar title, and you can put all the details that you want there, you know
I love it, man. I think it sounds fantastic. And let me ask you this. I have a couple of questions here, and maybe they sound like dumb questions, but I'm going from a newbie standpoint because I'm basically a newbie when it comes to the seminar scene. So I'm really interested in what you have to say, man. What what kind of what kind of venues do you look for to hold these seminars? Are there like really economical places that are cheap to hold them, or do you just have to rent out like a bigger venue? I guess it depends on how much of a crowd you're looking for, huh?
Yeah, exactly. First and foremost, it depends on how comfortable you are at standing in front of a crowd. Maybe you just want to do a test run of 10 to 20 people, and sometimes local libraries would probably have like a meeting room
Mm-hmm.
wherein you could just have 10 to 20 people inside, or probably you'd need a hotel that offers a venue for 50 to 100 people, or probably you have what we call cooperative places. I don't know if you have those in the States, but here in the Philippines we have those public places that you could
Mm-hmm.
rent out cheaply. Usually you could find those places, or if you know somebody from a public school, and maybe they have a Saturday or a Sunday gap on their schedule wherein the children wouldn't be there, and it's okay for the administration for you to rent that space. Those kind of places would be cheap. It really just depends on how much budget you want to put in, how much creative you can get, how much contacts you have in the past. Sometimes if I don't have money to spend big on seminars, I would contact my friends in the restaurant business, and I would just rent out probably a 10-seater table and a corner of the restaurant that's not gonna be too crowded for other people, and that has probably dividers. Yeah, that could work. And sometimes I've done this before. I couldn't find any venue, so what I did was talk to a friend of mine who has this kind of big of a house, but he has this area in his house that could hold 10 to 20 people, and we used that as a venue. So it was like a comfy zone wherein it's just a house setting, and we just brought some chairs there, and you could use manila papers or things like that to write on, probably an easel sheet. At the end of the day, what the people are paying for is your expertise.
Yeah.
That's a value you want to give them. The value is secondary for me, especially if you're just starting out. But when things go bigger and bigger, let's say for those thousands of people seminar that we've handled, we usually just go to corporate places, corporate buildings, and usually they have their seminar venues there. And here in the Philippines, we have what we call the SMX. It's one of the biggest malls here in Asia, and yeah, they have events venue that would hold thousands of people. So, one other thing that we've done is rent out what do you call this in English? I don't know. A theater room, where
Yeah.
you watch movies, right?
Yeah, exactly. A
Yeah,
theater. Yeah, a movie
yeah,
theater.
yeah. Movie theater. So we've done that before. We've rented out a movie theater.
That's
Where
fantastic, man.
Yeah. So for the bigger seminars, you could do that. If you're just starting out, you could go as cheap as a public venue, a public school venue, or a friend's house.
No,
All into your imagination and creativity, really.
that dude, that is amazing insight, dude. I appreciate you talking about that for a minute. I have a couple more questions for you, and the first one kind of comes off of that, talking about venues, and we see sometimes, many times, there's gonna be a little bit of an expense up front to get this venue together. And the cool thing is, I heard you talking about some things that might not cost you anything. But more times than not, you're going to spend a little bit of money renting a space out on a venue. So let me ask you first, how does a seminar connect to money? And I know, besides just the obvious charging people to attend, but the second thing is, do you prefer the free seminars? Because I know you mentioned the free seminars. Do you prefer the free seminars or the paid seminars? And if you're doing the free seminars, how does the free seminars connect to money? So you
All right.
recoup.
Yeah, that's really, really a good question. So here's the thing. If you have a bit of money in your pocket, I mean, you have money to invest, and you can just think a little bit about long term, well, the free seminar, of course, you need to pay for venues and your materials and those kind of stuff. And if you have to pay for staff, well, that comes into your expense as well. So here's the thing. You need to begin with the end in mind, meaning first you start with a paid seminar concept. And that means, this could be a whole day kind of seminar, and you could just research online how much people are willing to pay for this kinds of seminar just to get a little bit of a baseline price for your ticket. And that would give you an idea on how much how much your seminar could earn. Let's say, for example, you wanna you want to lead into a 100-seater seminar, and of course you must be computing how much am I going to get in return if only 50 people attended, if 70 people attended, if 90 people attended, and if 100 people attended. So you'll have more or less a sum of money in your mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that sum of money in your mind, you will now reverse engineer. If I hold four, let's say four free seminars that leads to this paid seminar, that means I need this kind of, I am, let's say I, I am I am allowed to spend, let's say, this amount of money for a free seminar, because if 50 people attends at the end of the day, I have this budget. I know that I'm gonna earn this. So let's say you are bound to earn, let's say, uh, just for easy computation, right? $1,000. All right, that's your budget for a seminar. Meaning, if 50 people attended your seminar, you are looking at $1,000 collection. So if you are looking at $1,000 collection at your paid seminar, well, you have the luxury to pay $100 per free seminar for 4 events. So meaning you have to spend $400 in advance, knowing that if you could get, let's say, 12 to 13 people from your free seminar, at the end of the 4 free seminars, you are looking at $1,000 collection in total. So yeah, you have a profit of $600 at the end of the day. So
That's
it's
fantastic.
more of the little bit of reverse engineering your profit margin. You determine how many people you want in your seminar, in your paid seminar. You determine how much your ticket would be on that paid seminar, and you reverse engineer how many free seminars are needed in order to fill up that event.
Do you ever see people doing seminars, or have you ever done a seminar where the goal was to get people to buy like a book or something, like, and you offered the book at the seminar that you're putting on, or is that kind of not the right way to do it?
Well, that is one way to monetize your free seminar, actually. And another way to monetize your free seminar is, for them to, let's say you took a restaurant as a venue. They have this small room that you could do 10 to 20 people. Well, what you could do is, this is a free seminar, but you need to order this amount of food, consumable, let's say. So that means they are paying for the venue through the food, and it's all about talking to the owner or the restaurant manager. So those are some things,
That's
um,
fantastic, man. That is
putting them
fantastic.
on a free seminar doesn't mean that you cannot sell to them um, books, or even digital products. I've done that, because with books you have to pay for the printing cost, right?
Correct,
But if
right.
in your case you already have, let's say, affiliate command to 2017,
Hmm.
and yeah, that's one way of doing business. You could even just rely on free seminars, knowing that you could sell digital products at the end of the seminar, so that would recoup your money. So
Even like
yeah.
selling the digital products on like a flash drive or something like that, if you packaged it right, something like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. So you put it in a flash drive, then you could be selling it for more, right?
And what you're
So
saying is, and it sounds like what you're saying is, you can use products like that to recoup the cost of the free seminars and still funnel people to a paid seminar at the
yeah,
end.
and talking about digital products, I've done this in the past. We've done this in the past, wherein we use digital products as ethical bribes, as value stacking bonuses, just so when the time comes that you sell your paid seminar, well, they see that, hey, I pay, let's say, $250 to attend this seminar, and I'm getting 10 bonuses that cost $1,000. Wow, this is a great deal.
Yeah,
And
that's That's
You're only
fantastic.
selling digital stuff, so there's nobody out there, right?
That is
Yeah.
that's gold, man. That is absolutely fantastic. Let me ask you this. I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I know, guys, Dexter's in the Philippines right now. It's like 2 in the morning right there. So he's really went out of his way to provide his time for us late at night or in the morning, I guess, for you, man. It's early in the morning. So just a couple more questions for you, and I'll let you get out of here, man. So let me ask you this: how far in advance would you start advertising the first seminar? Let's say you wanted to do a series of 4 seminars. The 4th one is paid. The first 3 are free. Let's say they're going to be an hour or 2 a piece. Would you say about an hour or 2 a piece is reasonable?
Well, we could have the content 1 to 2 hours, but you really need to take into consideration your pitch when you
Okay.
pitch your paid seminar, because that is very, very important. A lot of people, wouldn't pay much attention to the pitch. I mean, let's say you're the one doing the seminar, and probably some people would get shy at selling their seminar because it's a free seminar. Why is this guy selling us? It's okay if it takes you, let's say, 30 minutes to 1 hour to do your pitch. Just do it. Just
Right.
integrate it into your value content. So yeah, talking about the span, here's what we here are some examples, okay? These are from real life examples. Sometimes we would do free seminars every other day. All right, so Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday free seminar that leads to a Sunday paid seminar. That could work. That could work. Another thing is, if you want to, if you, because we can do that because we've refined the funnel, if you know what I mean. We've
Right.
refined the pitch and those kind of stuff. But if you're just there trying to fix things up and optimize things, you could say that you could do your free seminar weekly. Okay, so week 1, week 2, week 3 would be free seminars. And here's the thing, Cam, those free seminars, week 1, week 2, week 3, could just be the same seminars. You don't have to create different contents for those 3 seminars. But
Oh,
you could
okay.
also, so it would be for those people who haven't really attended the first week, they could join the second week, and it would have the same content and the same pitch. And it really depends on your show up rate. And on the third week, maybe you could just change the topic a bit, but it should be still related to your paid traffic. So it really depends on the situation, how successful your first seminars are. And yeah, that's basically my take on that.
That's fan-
Sometimes
That's
here's the
Sorry, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
yeah. Before I forget about this, sometimes it doesn't really end on just one paid seminar. Here's the thing, in internet marketing, we have funnels, right?
Yep.
Let's say you have a very, very high ticket seminar wherein you could earn, let's say, $50,000 if people just attended. If let's say you're charging $2,000 for per person, and your goal is to earn, let's say, $50,000 for that high ticket seminar. And this seminar could be a 2-day long seminar wherein they paid $2,000, and you take care of their food, and probably they could just Tony Robbins style, it's an experiential event, something like that. So you could have as long as 8 months 8 months to prepare for that or the whole year to prepare for that once in a year big seminar. And that big seminar would be filled up by those smaller paid seminars, if you know what I mean. So
Right.
probably you have a high ticket seminar, a mid ticket seminar, and a low ticket seminar, and then a free seminar. And every time you get people to that paid seminar, whether it's that small, that medium ticket, you are also pitching in your high ticket seminar. So it really depends on how big you want to make your seminar businesses. But all of this that I've told you are from our real world experience. So we have how to become a money magnet seminar, which costs like in dollars price. Okay, it's probably around 10 to 20 bucks only. Okay, and we'd put thousands of people there, and when they are there because they paid this small amount, you know we'd pitch them 30 minutes to an hour to the next level seminar. So it's thinking of, it's like putting people into levels of seminar and just upselling them once they paid before the seminar ends, or during the break you upsell them to the next event.
That's fantastic,
Yeah.
man. Now, and I think you kind of answered this, but just to be clear, let's say you put together a little 4 seminar package. The fourth one is paid. The first 3 are free. On that first seminar, are you going to pitch the second free seminar? And I realize you're not going to do that if all 3 of those free seminars are going to be the same content. If you have different content for each of those seminars, are you going to pitch the second free seminar, or are you always going to be pitching that last paid seminar at every one of those free events? Does that make sense?
Yeah. That is a really, really good question. So here's the thing. Midway your content value, you pitch in your paid seminar already on your first break. Let's say you
Gotcha.
pitch in your paid content, and all throughout the seminar, when you have a little bit of chance to plug, you can plug it, soft selling. But before your whole seminar ends, you could then again re-invite them for the next free one, because here's the thing. Not everybody will buy. We know that, right? But some
Right.
people will buy. So having them attend that next seminar would have two effects. It's like in email marketing. How many times do you need people to read your email or get in touch with you before they buy, right? So it's the same
Exactly.
concept. You invite them to the next free seminar, and you invite them to bring people to the next seminar.
That's amazing. That's amazing, Dex. I can't thank you enough for that information, man. One last question for you. You talked
Oh,
about
wait, before you ask that to me,
sure.
I have one more technique to share to you guys and to your
Cool.
audience. All right. Before you end your seminar, you could probably print out some tickets, and these tickets would have, let's say, a face value of $250, and you just strike it off and you put it as free. And all those people that have attended, you give, let's say, 2 to 3 to 5 free tickets to them. And it depends on how really good your seminar is, but you just tell them, hey guys, did you find value in this seminar? And some people, of course, will just say yes. Do you think some other people in your friend circle, your brother, your sisters, or your friends would find value to this kind of seminar? If okay, I have a gift for you. I'm going to give each of you 3 to 5 tickets, and all you have to do is give this out to them, and basically that's it. You
That's great,
use
man.
your attending people to disseminate the information. And before I forget, make sure you get their email address or their cell phone number, and ask their permission. You have that. In seminars, they fill up forms, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could print out those kind of forms where they put their number, their email address, and their cell phone number, and they could have a tick box there that says, I allow Cam to send me reminders about the upcoming seminar and upcoming free seminars as well. And that's level one. Level two, if you want to take it to another notch higher, you could have a pay it forward list, meaning you put a blank name there and a blank contact number there, and wherein people could just put other people's name and contact details for allowing you to give them a little bit of like a referral, if you could say. So let's say you have a friend, and you've put the number and name of your other friend, and what's gonna happen is hey, this is Cam, and your friend Joe has attended my seminar, and I've given him free tickets and free access to five of his friends, and he's written your name here and contact. Well, here's the details about this upcoming free seminar, and he just thought that you might find this interesting. Something like that, you know? So use your attendees to grow two, three, four, five times more.
Yeah, that's a really good advice, man. That's really smart. It's funny. A lot of these principles, like I've seen used, and I use them online, but have never really thought them out to use them offline. To see that like kind of transfer over like that is really cool, man. Let me ask you this, Dex. So how far out in advance would you start advertising for your first free seminar? If you were going to put on an offer like this, or you put on a situation like this with the seminars, how far in advance do you usually like to advertise, and what are your preferred sources to advertise in?
Good question, Cam. So, um, 2 to 4 weeks is good, you know, 2 to 4 weeks is good. But we've done, as you grow in this kind of business, you could afford to do this like 3 days before. We've done something like a free seminar, just because we already have this database of cell phone numbers. We've done this free seminar wherein I had half a day to fill that room. Our goal was to fill it up with 300 people, and I came short like 270 plus. Still good number, but I remember I only have had half a day to fill this seminar, and
Wow,
because we already had that database of cell phone numbers and email addresses, you know, we were able to do that.
that's awesome,
And
man.
in those text blasts, we have something like bring five people and you might have a chance to win this XYZ product or something. So you bribe them anytime you can, just for their action, you know. But ideally, if you're just starting out, I'd say 3 to 4 weeks, probably 2 weeks if you don't have, if you are rushing, but 3 to 4 weeks, that is good, depending on the shelf life of the newspaper that you're gonna use. So I'd use newspaper, local newspaper. I'd use really targeted Facebook ads also, or you know, things like that. But one thing that's always consistent is that nowadays it's more likely that a local place would have Facebook groups revolving that place, right? So let's say in our case, Baguio City people group, and this group would have 20,000 people there, and I would just post something there on Facebook group and also on my Facebook wall, and create an events page on Facebook as well. So Facebook is still a pretty good way to advertise your free seminar. And you know, one of the technique that we use in internet marketing is that you post something on your wall, right? And you have a little bit of context there, a text, a sales copy of some sort, and then you tell people at the end, comment free ticket below, and I will PM you, I will message you your free ticket reference number. So by doing that, you'll have a lot of engagement in your post, and it could turn viral in your local area.
Oh, that's fantastic, man. Let me you you guys. I just want to. This whole thing is just amazing, man. It's really really good to hear all this information, man. It's really awesome. I was just thinking about repositioning content, and and in my business, I reposition content a lot. Like I'll put out products, and then those products will go to my membership site. The prices of those products will go up to $27, and then they will go to my membership site where they get kind of a value on the product at $10 a month for those products. Do you ever record the seminars and like reposition them as products or anything like that?
Oh boy, I'm so glad that you asked this, Cam. Because here's the thing. Here's one of the strongest secret that I have. Oh boy, I'm really glad you asked that question. Here's the thing. There are ready-made, let's say, organization that have people already in them. Let's say, for example, you have a company that sells insurance, all right?
Hmm.
Or let's say you have a company that has car sales agents. So what you could do is go to these companies and tell them, hey, I'm willing to give you a free seminar to your salespeople, to your insurance people. Can you put up a 20 to 30 agents in your room? So these companies would have their own lounge or seminar rooms, right? So there
Hmm.
you don't have to pay for seminar
That's amazing.
rooms. And then all you have to do is ask them, hey, all I ask is that you record the seminar and I'll have a copy of that seminar. And they don't have to pay you, or they could pay you, but it depends on you.
Right. But they,
Um,
they
but
get the
they
free education
record, yeah,
and they can
and
use
you
it. Yeah, that's great, man.
and they just take care of the camera crew. They pay for the camera crew. And here's the better part, you don't have to market anything at all because the audience is already there from
Ha.
the seminar people, their company people, right? Organization people. So yeah, that's one secret. Go to organizations that have built-in audience already, and of course you just tell them, hey, I'm just gonna pitch a little bit of my more advanced seminar to them, and yeah, everything is free. You make money clean and green.
Dexter, Hurricane Dex has no product coming out about seminars, you guys. Just out of the goodness of his heart, he was gracious enough to do this interview for me at 2 a.m. in the morning, um, talking about seminars. Just because I'm a crazy son of a bitch. I don't know why. But
Yeah, and I love Cam.
but he said yes, so I took him up on it because he would do it. Dude, thanks so much for doing this. Please, what is going on in Hurricane Dex's world? What kinds of products do you have coming up, man? What's happening in your world?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about this one thing that I've been putting off, this technique on how to use stories to sell anything, you know.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah,
Tell us
this
more about this, man.
Yeah, this thing, I really haven't put out anything yet or really laid out. I've recorded some stuff just for as freebies for people. But if I find interest for this, I'd probably create a course on this. And for your audience, Cam, if they have any question at all about seminars and all, they could just put a comment or something, and we could do a question and answer next time. And if there's a demand for full-fledged product regarding seminars and those kind of stuff, I might as well create some. But it
Hey,
really
I would buy
depends
it.
on the
I
yeah.
would buy it.
Cool, cool. So yeah, if they have questions, just put their comment on the comment section, and we could just collect these questions, and I might, create a product. As of now, they could just follow me on Facebook, or um, they could just follow me on YouTube as well. I have a small YouTube channel, and yeah, just search Dexter Paglinawan. It should be there. My website is dexterpaglinawan.com and nextlevelpreneur.com. So yeah, I'm
And
not really. I haven't really prepared anything to pitch right now.
and I will
So
yeah, and
yeah.
I will put those links in the description of this video as well. Guys, he is Dexter Paglinawan, Hurricane Dex, and he is a successful entrepreneur, a successful affiliate marketer, and a veteran of the seminar scene. Nice enough to come on at 2 a.m. to talk about the seminar scene with me and to share that information for you guys. I hope everybody appreciates these gold nuggets he's dropped on us here at 2 a.m. Dude, thank you so much for being on, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me here, Cam, and to your listeners, thank you for staying with us. Peace and much love. Yeah.
And that's it for us, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace, everybody.